Good morning, guys. Tony Maritato here. So let's talk about what a $5,000 a month plan of care would look like. Why would you want to do it? How do you do something like that? And why I don't do it right now. Okay, so think about your ideal clientele. If you've watched any of my content, you know that I'm a big believer that small providers like us, I own 2 clinics, I'm a small provider, we need to stay on the ends of the bell curve, right? The 5% at the front, which is high value, high profit, high cost, and the 5% at the end, which is super high value, super inexpensive, super low cost. I'm at that end right now. I do a lot of really inexpensive providing of services because because I have the facility for it, and I'm just in a different phase of my career. I've been a private practice owner for 20 plus years. I'm not in the clinic as much doing the high-end stuff. But for you guys, for those of you interested, hungry, starting your practice, I want to share some experiences from earlier in my career, and I want to share some ideas. Now, take it for what it's worth. If you want to do it, awesome. If you don't, cool. Maybe you pull a piece of knowledge out of this. That's my greatest hope for you. But anyway, a $5,000 a month program. If I went back into the cash only world or the hybrid practice model, I would be looking at probably the idea that I would limit how many patients I see at any given time. And I've shared these numbers before. Basically, if I went in and I said, okay, I'm only going to serve a small community of 10 clients at any given time. I won't take on an 11th client until my 10th one has been discharged. And so 10 is my max number. And my goal is to provide a $5,000 program, $5,000 a month to each of these 10 individuals. Now, at first glance, when we think about healthcare and we think about physical therapy and we think about insurance and third-party reimbursement, we're like, $5,000 a month. Who in the world is going to pay $5,000 a month? But that's because we're price anchoring against a $15 copay. Right now, you are not providing anywhere near the same experience in a $5,000 a month plan of care as the provider who's providing the $15 copay per visit experience. It's just not. And so this is what something like that would look like. Now, I'm in my mid 40s, I'm 46, and I go on a family vacation every year. Right? We get the family together, we go on vacation. This is our 10th year doing something like this. And I think about it and I say, I've worked my entire life. I'm going to continue to work. What if I was the person in my 60s who loves and values that family time? And in my 60s, we have grandkids that are growing in their late teens. They're ready to go Grand Canyon and go hiking and fishing and doing all of these things, these active family things that we love. And maybe I can't keep up. Maybe each year I'm progressively declining. My knee hurts, my shoulder hurts, I'm not sleeping well. And I've killed myself over 30 years of work to save enough money to invest properly so that I can host these family vacations in my 60s and 70s, and now I can't keep up. A typical family vacation easily costs $6,000 to $15,000. So if you were talking to that individual, they're college educated, they understand the value of health, they understand the value of money, they understand that money is a tool to help them live the experiences that they want to live. And you say, look, they come to you for a physical therapy referral, and you're like, okay, dear Mrs. Patient, here's the situation. So we've completed the initial evaluation. I've got great news for you. No major red flags, no major reasons for concern. Your symptoms are consistent with XYZ diagnosis. But I do want to talk about the bigger picture. The reason why you're experiencing these symptoms isn't really because you were injured. You told me you didn't have an accident. You didn't fall off a ladder. You didn't get pulled by the dog. You woke up, your shoulder and neck hurt. It progressively got worse. You tried meds, you tried injections, you want to avoid surgery. I think you understand, based on our findings today, you had mentioned you've been progressively gaining weight over the last 20 years. You mentioned you've progressively had more problems sleeping, and you understand that medicated sleep is not restorative sleep. You mentioned to me that the lifestyle issues that have been coming up lately, stress over your aging parents, caring for your dad, all of these factors are coming into play. And so now I think what you're seeing is the manifestation of all of those problems. You have sacrificed your health, your well-being, to care for others, to do all of this stuff. And now you can't keep up with the family. Now you can't do the things that you want to do. So what I'm recommending to you is dedicating the next 4 weeks to taking yourself from where you are and bringing yourself to where you want to be. We're going to do our best to set up a plan that in the next 4 weeks, we're going to lay a foundation. We're not going to change the past 30 years of damage and disuse atrophy and stress. We're not going to change that in 30 days. But what I'd hope is that in the next 30 days, we can lay the foundation. We're going to talk about nutrition. We're going to talk about sleep. We're going to talk about meditation and mindfulness. We're going to certainly talk about exercise. These are the things that are going to get you back to where you want to be. Start turning the clock back, if you will. Because my hope is that if you invest the next 30 days in making yourself healthier and stronger, that's going to buy you the next 10 years of family vacations. That's going to buy you the next 10 years of feeling better, having more energy, waking up excited to, face the day, as opposed to where so many of the rest of the population is, where every day you feel worse, every day you do less, and every day you're dreading that first step once you get out of bed, because you know that begins the pain cycle and the frustration and the anxiety and the fear and all of that stuff that's been getting in your way. So if you want to do that, if you want to focus on you for the next 30 days, change your lifestyle, change your habits, start building the foundation to reverse the last 30 years in the hopes that you have an amazing next 30 years, this is what it is. And you lay it out. We're going to do X, Y, Z. These are the goals we're going to have. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. It's a progressive program. The cost of the program is $5,000. The reason why it's $5,000 is because I only accept 10 individuals into the program, because I dedicate every single moment of the day to helping you reach your goals. You need to eat better. I don't need to tell you that. You need to exercise more. I don't need to tell you that. What you don't know is how to get yourself to do it. And part of the value in this program is getting yourself to do what you need to do. That's where I come in, making it more enjoyable, making it more customized to you so that it's something that you look forward to. And at the end of 30 days, if you want to do another 30 days, certainly that's available. But my goal for you is that at the end of 30 days, you've built the independence, the security, the understanding of what needs to be done and how to get yourself to do it, that you go do it, and you continue on your own into the future. I mean, you've seen those transformations. You've seen those lifestyle changes. They're not frequent. It's not something that happens for everybody, but I genuinely believe it's something that could happen for you because you're sitting here with me today. If you didn't take that first step, coming in the door, arranging this session, I don't think there'd be any chance that you could have that kind of transformation. But the fact that you're here, just like the student who pays $150,000 for a college degree, it depends on you taking that first step. It depends on you making that investment in yourself, being willing to put the time and the money on the line, with the understanding that maybe nothing comes of it, We know plenty of college graduates who are still living in their parents' basement, but we also know plenty who have gone on to have amazing, successful careers. So your future health is no different. Make the time, make the investment, do what needs to be done, and we'll take it from there. Okay. That's basically the conversation, right? That's the conversation you have with the client. And if they don't want it, if they're not the right client, if it's not the right time for them, no big deal. You then, as the clinician, can make the decision. You say, okay, I can provide you with what Medicare will pay for and nothing more. Or you can go to the clinic down the street. I know a great therapist. He works for the hospital-based clinic. They only will provide you with what Medicare covers. That's not what I do here, but I'm so fortunate that I had the chance to meet you for the first time, to get to know you, to see the big picture. Go to the other provider, and if they don't get you what you need and you decide in a month, this is ridiculous, I'm wasting time and money, I'm just going to go do what Tony suggested I do, come on back. I'm here, I'm available. As long as I have an opening, I'm ready to start working with you. Those are the kinds of conversations that I think we need to have as professionals, right? We're here as coaches, as educators, as the provider who provides transformation. We're not here to rub backs and put a TENS unit on your knee. You can get that anywhere else. So guys, I hope this kind of idea resonates with you. If you're out there, you're working for yourself, you're doing cash only or a hybrid model, I definitely think that these high impact, relatively high cost, but extra high value programs are what you consider offering into the future, into 2021 and beyond, because that's really what we do best. I'll catch you guys later.